The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's a living machine, an ancient biological engine that breathes for the planet and hides secrets that still push against modern logic. Most explorers come here looking for the anaconda. They look for the jaguar. They look for the colorful, the vibrant, and the famous. But here at Flying River Amazon, we look for the truth. Because while the world stares at the canopy, it forgets the shadows beneath the black water. Deep within the flooded forests lives a creature that doesn't just survive in the machine, it regulates it. Melanosuchus niger, the black caiman. To the scientific world, it's a species and a data set. To many indigenous stories, it's the black demon. But to the ecosystem, it's something older and colder, a final check on the system. Today we're going deep, past the myths, into the biology, the history, and the brutal physics of a prehistoric titan whose blueprint has remained remarkably consistent for millions of years. This is the story of the sovereign. To understand the demon, you have to look past the scales. You have to look at the engineering. The black caiman is a masterclass in heat and efficiency. Unlike its smaller cousins, its hide is a deep, obsidian black. In tannin-stained rivers like the Rio Negro, sunlight can feel scarce. That darkness isn't just camouflage. Its skin absorbs heat efficiently, helping it warm up faster and stay active longer. That edge matters at night, when the water cools and other cold-blooded hunters slow down. But the real genius lies in the senses. Look at the snout. Those tiny black pits, integumentary sense organs. On this channel, we call them the vibration grid. They detect minute pressure changes in the water. In pitch-black conditions, the black caiman can read movement through the river, often from surprising distances, before you ever see a ripple. It doesn't just rely on sight, it listens to the water. And then there's the bite. A human bite is around 150 psi. A lion can reach roughly 600. The black demon? Estimates place it among the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom, enough to crush bone, crack heavy scales, and end a struggle instantly. That isn't just a bite, that's structural failure. Whether it's an armored arapaima or a full-grown tapir at the water's edge, the demon's jaws are one of the Amazon's most decisive weapons. We hear stories of monsters in the deep jungle, giant snakes, massive cats. But the black caiman is the last standing sentinel of a lineage of true giants. Millions of years ago, the Amazon was home to Purosaurus, a crocodilian that reached astonishing sizes. When the ancient machine of the Amazon was being built, creatures like that were the foremen. As climates shifted and habitats changed, the giants shrank to survive. But the ancient design remained. That's why, in remote stretches of the Xingu or the Putumayo, people still report individuals pushing past 20 feet. Modern science likes neat boxes, typical sizes, average ranges, clean conclusions. But the Amazon isn't neat. If the heat stays steady and the food stays abundant, why would growth stop at a number on a chart? In a biome this vast, exceptional, isn't impossible. The larger individuals may simply be rare, and rarely seen. Let's get real for a moment. If you search the mainstream internet, you'll see endless videos of jaguars diving into rivers to kill caimans. It's a great narrative. The cat is king. But there's a catch. Look closer. The eyes, the size, the proportions. Most of those clips feature spectacled caiman, smaller, more common, the entry-level models of the jungle. A jaguar taking a 6-foot spectacled caiman is a very different event than confronting a true blackwater patriarch. Now ask yourself this: how often do you see a jaguar attack a 15-foot black caiman? Almost never, because the risk calculus changes. A jaguar might weigh around 200 pounds. A mature black caiman can push far beyond that, with armor, leverage, and the advantage of water. In deep water, the equation flips. The cat becomes the one forced to choose caution over drama. The jaguar may be the king of the land, but the black caiman can rule the system where land ends and river begins. When the demon surfaces, even apex predators pay attention. Silence in the Amazon is a lie. Even when you hear nothing, the system is vibrating. Black caimans and crocodilians in general communicate with deep, low-frequency rumbles. During mating season, males perform a water dance, vibrating their bodies so powerfully that the water on their backs trembles and jumps. It's not just a display, it's a message through the water. I'm here, I'm strong. This territory is taken. And if you're ever on a boat and you feel a strange, heavy thrumming in the hull, you may be closer to a boundary line than you think. Why is this creature so tied to the name of our channel? Because the black caiman's life is dictated by the flying rivers. Every year, the forest pumps staggering amounts of water vapor into the atmosphere, rivers in the sky. When that moisture falls, the Amazon pulses. In many regions, water levels rise by tens of feet. The forest floor becomes an ocean. And this is when the black caiman enters its prime. While jaguars are pushed toward higher ground and anacondas spread across the flooded plains, the black caiman uses the flood to expand its reach. It moves through what used to be forest. It exploits channels that didn't exist months ago. And in that temporary world, where trees become islands and trails become currents, the sovereign is everywhere at once. The relationship between piranhas and caimans is one of the most misunderstood dynamics in the river. Hollywood turned piranhas into the ultimate villains, but in the machine, they're often cleanup crews, scavengers, and opportunists. Ecosystems are complex, but when top predators disappear, balances can shift fast. Where black caimans have been overhunted, the food web can destabilize. The black caiman doesn't just eat, it regulates, removing weak, injured, or careless prey and keeping the gears from grinding out of control. History is written by the survivors. During the rubber boom of the late 19th century, thousands of workers vanished into the Amazonian interior. Disease, hardship, violence, many causes were real, but journals and river stories also describe great black shadows patrolling transit routes. Tales of monsters, 20 feet and beyond, splintering dugout canoes with a tail stripe. Is it exaggeration? Possibly, but consider the biology. Many reptiles show indeterminate growth that can continue as long as conditions stay favorable, until age and physiology finally set the limit. In the deepest, most inaccessible basins, places that rarely see maps, let alone surveys, the conditions for giantism can be close to perfect. And that's the haunting thought. The individuals researchers measure may not be the end of the scale. The true patriarchs, 60, 70 years old, could be hidden in flooded labyrinths where humans rarely last long enough to look. Imagine the ultimate clash, a 20-foot black demon versus the 33-foot nightmare we covered in our last exploration. Who leaves that river alive? Bone-crushing jaw or suffocating coils? Type Team Caiman or Team Anaconda in the comments right now. I'll be hearting the most realistic breakdowns. At Flying River Amazon, we don't show you monsters just for the thrill. We show them because they're gears that keep the planet turning. The black caiman isn't evil, it's essential. The dark beauty of a prehistoric world still fighting to exist. So next time you look at a map of the Amazon, don't just see green, see the veins of water, see the rivers in the sky, and remember, somewhere in that dark, silent water, two red eyes are watching, ancient, patient, and perfectly adapted. The Amazon is vast, and today we've only dismantled one gear in this prehistoric engine. To see the jungle for what it truly is, not a postcard, but a machine, join our expedition by hitting subscribe. I'm your guide through the machine, and this has been a deep dive into the heart of the Amazon. Don't just watch the jungle, understand it. We'll see you in the next deep dive. Stay curious.